Just how thin is the iPhone 17 Air gonna be and what features should we expect? Well, right here, I have one of the only prototypes in the world right now, and this one joins the other prototypes that we have of the entire 17 lineup. But for this video, we're gonna be focusing on the 17 Air, seeing just how thin it is compared to a lot of Apple products like the iPhone 16, and then we're gonna talk about the top features. Now let's start off with the current iPhone 16 lineup. Let's take a look at how thin this thing is. Holy smokes, guys, take a look at that. You can see that the Pro Max is thicker than the regular 16, but the new 17 Air is on a whole nother level. Look at this button. These actually have functional buttons. The button itself had to get shrunk thinner. It literally looks like it's half the thickness. The 17 Pro Max is supposed to get even thicker than the current one. Oh no, flip it away. Guys, are you seeing this thickness difference? That is absolutely insane. Take a look at the bottom. And here we have the entire iPhone 17 lineup, and just look at how that 17 Air completely stands out. Okay, I gotta feel this in the hand. Wow. That is something I have never felt. That is absolutely insane. This is going to blow people's minds. This thin of a phone, it just doesn't make sense. So Apple is definitely entering a new phase, because this right here, the 17 Air, is going to be the thinnest iPhone ever, taking the crown from the iPhone 6. Yes, we still have an iPhone 6. I don't know how we still have one, but this came out in 2014, so it's been over 10 years, and only now can they make a thinner phone. Take a look at that difference. Yes, the new 17 Air is going to be thinner. Look at this camera bump difference. This is hilarious. Look at that. Look at this teeny weeny little thing. I love this design here where they're basically having this nice smooth transition into this bump. We still don't know if this is going to have a black glass insert or aluminum. So with that said, let's compare the thickness of the 17 Air to some other household and Apple devices. So for example, if I move this away, I got two Sony Tough cards. These are CF Express. And if I put them right next to it, believe it or not, the iPhone is thinner. Here's an AirTag. Look how thick this AirTag is. Here's a puck charger, basically for wireless charging, basically the same thickness between this Apple puck charger. I cannot believe it. Here's an SSD with this USB-C cable. It's not even Thunderbolt. And if I put it up against it, basically almost as thin. That is some good perspective if you want to know how thin this iPhone Air really is. Here is the latest M4 iPad Pro, the thinnest iPad ever. Almost the same thickness. I believe the Air is just slightly thicker. Here's an Apple Pencil, the Apple Pencil Pro. Absolutely insane. And guess what I have right here? We could actually test this. This is a MagSafe ring sticker, and I could actually apply it. And take a look at that. That's what it's gonna look like to have MagSafe, a wallet, on the back of your crazy thin iPhone. Let's actually pop this out, put this into tripod mode. Can you guys believe that? Look at how thin. Absolutely mind-blowing. And this is actually an awesome looking MagSafe wallet 3-in-1 stand from our sponsor Supcase. This all-in-one MagSafe wallet replaces many accessories like a standalone wallet and a kickstand in this really rugged design, giving you everything you need to keep your cards safe thanks to its RFID card blocker with up to 5 cards, which is very convenient. It also doubles as a kickstand thanks to its powerful 3,000 gram magnetic force and this anti-slip MagSafe ring that holds it tightly to your phone. So you can use it in many different modes like tripod mode, which floats your phone above in both vertical or horizontal mode, as well as theater mode to watch YouTube or movies, and using it like a gimbal in vlogging mode, which is great. And to access your cards, just flip the metal lock cover and push up the cards from the bottom for a quick purchase. And you can get a special discount from Supcase by using the links in the video description or pinned comment below. So go ahead and check it out for yourself. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the top 10 features that you guys should be excited about for the iPhone 17 Air. Now, the first feature is personally the one that I have been waiting for for years, and that is 120 Hertz ProMotion display technology, which has never ever shown up on a non-Pro phone, but it is finally coming to the 17 and the 17 Air. Now for the second feature, this is another huge update. We're expecting the selfie cam on the front to be upgraded to a 24 megapixel camera, which is literally double the megapixels compared to what we've had for many years. We've always had 12 for quite some time now, so that's gonna make your selfies look a lot more sharp. Now on to the third one. This is a brand new one that we've never had before. We're expecting an Apple-designed Wi-Fi 7 chip, finally. So we're gonna get this on the Air model. And the cool thing about it being Apple designed is that it's gonna be a lot more efficient, so it's gonna help with battery life. And speaking of the battery, number 4 is actually that the iPhone 17 Air is gonna be the first iPhone ever to feature a high density battery. This is brand new technology, never seen before, and Apple will apparently be able to give us battery life in this insanely thin phone as good as current models like we have with the iPhone 16. Now moving on to feature number 5, we are of course expecting the Apple C1 modem to go into the 17 Air, and that actually helped the new iPhone 16e get better battery life since it's a lot more efficient, it's using better technology, and also of course Apple has full control of everything to make it as optimized as possible and super efficient. Now moving on to number 6, this one just came out. Apparently, the iPhone 17 Air is going to be getting 12 gigabytes of RAM, just like we're expecting on the new 17 Pro models. That's actually a really big deal for making this feel like a Pro phone in terms of snappiness and performance and AI performance, all of that. Now for feature number 7, we're expecting the new A19 chip. So it's not gonna be the A19 Pro in the Pro models. And to me, that actually makes sense because of thermal limitations. With this thing being so thin, I don't know how it's gonna perform with gaming and overheating. So the A19 is a better choice, especially for helping out with battery life. Now for number 8, we are also expecting the action button, which you can see right here. It's on the prototype. A lot of times these prototypes turn out to be what we actually get. So we have the action button right here. We also have camera control, believe it or not. We're getting both of those, so it's nice to see Apple's not sacrificing any of their major features to make this thin phone happen. And now moving on to number 9, we have a 48 megapixel rear camera. Yes, this is a single camera, which feels like a downgrade, but I think Apple had to do it to basically make more space available for the battery on the inside, which we saw them do with the 16e, and that made the battery a lot bigger. And finally, for number 10, yes, we will be getting MagSafe, as some people thought Apple was gonna get rid of it because it is so thin and they literally don't have room, but they are gonna have it, like Apple did remove it from the 16e. People thought that was to give more battery space, but I think it's just like a feature difference with such a cheap phone. This one, for $900, will have MagSafe guaranteed. So there you guys go. That was a very detailed look at the new iPhone 17 Air prototype. I'm so excited to feel the real thing in my hand this September. So definitely subscribe above if you want to see more videos showing this off, as well as our coverage in September. You don't want to miss it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.